Hello, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back once again to Monster Prom Second Term DLC. We have a new storyline with Miranda going on here. I bought a fake noble title, and as a result, now we are finding purpose for Miranda. I don't know how that's going to go. Anyway, I think I might need some more boldness, so let's go to the bathroom, skip the class, respect no authority. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says, I'm bold as fuck. And you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that can grant wishes. What a wall. Wonder wall. A deep voice resounds from within the walls and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. And then you gain +2 boldness. Thank you. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Hi, Blue. Ready to be my squire on my quest to gain some drive. Please don't answer that. I rephrased it as a question, but in reality, it was a command. I tend to mix those two up. So, I thought the best thing to do was to ask for advice from the person with the most drive and motivation I know. Princess Muscles. I still don't get why you wanted me to hide under this box until you said my name. To create some suspense, silly. Okay. But it wasn't just that. You see, my older sister Miranda has challenged me to find a purpose if I want to get my own fancy portrait. And you're the person with the most purpose ever. You're always so intense. It's like you are unapologetically yourself. I admire it. That's sweet. Also, I am myself. You really know a lot, huh? I do, yes. But please, now it's about me. Me, here, right now. The thing is, Miranda told me it wasn't enough to have pretty hair or to give orders to people, although my hair is very pretty. And almost, well, there is a little bit of same color as Miranda's hair here somewhere, yeah. I need to do more than that. Really? I do think your hair is pretty, and I admire how good you are at being bossy. I dream of being the boss of the 8th Circle of Hell someday, and I could surely learn from you.
Let's get down to business.
But alright, let's help you to find your motivation. I have the ultimate trick to do that. Asking you, what motivates you, Miranda? I don't know. Oh no, that was my best trick. I'm lost now. God. Wait. Something has to come to mind. You see, the best way to discover one's true self is to face it in danger. Is in the face of danger, sorry. Either way. When I face danger, I punch it. Because you see, my true self is my fists. And that's because my main drive is my anger. Which reveals that my inner motivation is to reclaim the Earth's Circle of Hell, obviously. I really like Dahlia's character. she's just awesome. I want to be her. Well, obviously. So, we need to force you into a great danger that pushes you to reveal your inner strengths. Here. Dahlia grabs a wooden plank from God knows where and puts it in front of Miranda. The plank has a very evil face painted on it. Miranda, fight! Oh no, this evil-looking plank is just too much for Miranda at this point of her quest. Unless being in a panic is her true self, she is failing at this. But maybe, with a bit of help, she can find strength from within. But what can be the real source of her motivation? Miranda, just make cute eyes. Very cute eyes. Miranda, fight that plank with the inner power of this chainsaw. I think cute eyes could be charm, so I'm gonna go with cute eyes! Yes! next plan. She makes cute eyes. The blank stands still. She makes really cute eyes. The blank remains the same. She starts to sweat. An aura surrounds her cute eyes. Some people would say that they're turning very quiet. Stop it! I can't take it! Your eyes are too cute! Dahlia destroys the plank herself. Huzzah! It's remarkable. You subdued me into defeating the plank for you. Truly admirable, Miranda Vanderbilt.
So this was what my sister was telling me about. Depth and self-growth all along. I must acquire new abilities that will make people do stuff for me.
You're quite sure that was not Belinda's point at all? It probably was. Whatever. Both of them are happy, so bask in the +3 fun new game from so much unearned joy. You will figure out a solution during the next wacky event you suspect you'll both soon encounter. Thank you. So I love it how the narrator is kind of breaking the fourth wall here. It's really cool. Okay, Wolfpack, give me some stats. You barely sat down when the whole Wolfpack comes running over, clearly panicking. Doug, you gotta help us. We're suffocating. It's like we're not getting enough air. We can hardly talk. You see the problem. You remind them that in addition to breathing out, they need to also breathe in. No way. Oh wow, that works way better. I have no idea how we forgot about that. Yeah, you don't either. Thanks for saving our lives, dog. We owe you one, and we'll pay you back. Right now, what do you want? We'll do literally anything. Teach me calculus, give me an extreme makeover. An extreme makeover? Like an extreme makeover? Are you sure? You nod. Because apparently, this is what you want from a pack of idiot dogmen. Alright boys, you know what that means. Time for one of our patented extreme spa treatments. Suddenly, you're surrounded by wolves, covering your face with their wide, moist tongues. You can feel your pores really opening up beneath the relentless torrent of duck saliva and unconditional love. When the wolfpack finally gets bored of licking you, you're positively glowing. You get +4 charm. Oh, thank you!
Let's go.
Okay, now what? Smarts. Thank you. That day you listen to your elders and learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. It's really not, but you gain +2 smarts. You see Miranda, looking much deeper in thought than she usually is in a classroom. She's also talking aloud under her breath.
And that's why you must recognize the evil of the air people. No. That's why you must recognize the evil of the air people. That's why you must recognize the evil of the air people. Oh, hello, Blue. Have you recognized the evil of the air people? Spooky Heist is so useless 99.9999999% of the time. The only thing that I really have any interests are meeting potential shooters and preparing for prom. And now seizing the opportunity to turn everyone in the school against the air people. Mrs. the Loch Ness Monster said we could do our presentation on whatever we are most passionate about, and there's nothing about which I'm more passionate than defeating the air people. I simply cannot stand by it. This monster race consistently showers at night instead of the morning. Puts more jelly than peanut butter on their sandwiches, and refuses to accept Daddy as their rightful king and overlord even after his second invasion. It is so important to me that the rest of the class recognizes the horror of these feathery, guacamole-hating socialist upstarts. What's the best way to get everyone on my side?
Bribe everyone into blind racism against the air people using cookies. Tell everyone that air people don't tag their spoilers. Ooh. Cookies?
Ah, I knew you had the smarts or two, Blue. Everyone loves a delicious cookie. Except for air people, because the air people are monsters.
I mean... Technically you're all monsters, aren't you? Yes, we are. Isn't this the spooky high school? Aren't you trying to go to Monster Prom? Whatever. The point is, Miranda ends up giving a bomb.com presentation full of very convincing propaganda.
Alright everyone, enjoy these free delicious cookies as I enlighten you all to the evil of the Mere People's sworn enemy forever.
Okay.
Sounds legit. My father has invaded the Air Kingdom no less than 4 times, and yet they still refuse to submit to the Mere People's rule.
Oh no. That sounds terrible, Miranda. I'm sorry your poor dad had to deal with that.
Neither fire nor bullets has deterred these pineapple pizza-loving terrorists.
Not even fire? These air people must be stopped.
The magic of baked goods. By the end of the presentation, it would seem she has an entire classroom of devoted initiates ready to follow her into battle against the air people. And from the beaming smile Miranda shoots you, perhaps she would be willing to follow you to the prom. At the very least, you gain tons of propaganda against the air people, and +2 charm and +1 creativity. Okay. These are new encounters, I like it. Okay, I could use some boldness. I don't want to buy an item to get some boldness, so we will go to the classroom. And that day you're the first one in the class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliched movie tropes. You gain +2 smarts and +1 valuable insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young. At the end of the class, Mr. Slenderman hands back your tests from last week. You look over at Miranda. Well, you haven't seen her this mad since she found out My Little Pony wasn't a documentary.
Disgraceful.
Unbelievable. An F on my test. But I'm the best at everything I do. Father always says so. Ah, I know what must be the matter. Mr. Slenderman is simply defective. He must be replaced. Let me just go online and purchase a new teacher. Or is it hire? Do you hire teachers? This one looks good. Mr. Roboto, the robotic teacher who does exactly as you ask. But what is this? It seems this backward school district requires some sort of reason to fire and replace a teacher. Apparently, impudence isn't sufficient. Quick, help me come up with a reason Mr. Slenderman should be fired.
Mr. Slenderman, are you kidding? I can show you at least a dozen images of him stalking children. Let's Photoshop him into a picture of a KKK meeting. Dozens of pictures of stalking children. A cursory Google image search for Slenderman with children yields thousands of extremely creepy results. You see Slenderman hanging out at playgrounds, at picnics, even in family photographs.
This is disgusting! Do you see this? Sometimes he even has tentacles. This is not nearly as serious as giving me an F on my test, but it's still quite bad.
The school authorities seem to think it's quite bad indeed. They fire Mr. Slenderman and replace him with Miranda's new robot teacher. Mr. Roboto gives everyone A's and buys everyone pizza. Everybody wins, except Mr. Slenderman, who's going to Monster Prison. You gain +2 fun and +1 smarts.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. What next? What next? What do we have here?
Well, let's go with Miranda and Calculester, and we have one of Miranda's serfs in an Iron Maiden. You're unfazed, but Calculester is very phased. Friend Miranda isn't locking up your unpaid intern in a spike-filled sarcophagus unethical.
Unethical?
Unethical adjective inconsistent with rules and standards of ethics.
Ethics? Oh, you mean those things poor people have instead of royal titles? Fortunately, I have a royal title now as well.
But I thought that ethics were a critical part of being a good organic creature.
That is a common misconception. The key to being a good is having a lot of money and punishing everyone who dares to disrespect you. For example, this saucy serf dared to put ketchup on the hot dog she was eating on my behalf. As if I were the sort of person to put ketchup on a hot dog. 48 hours in the Iron Man should teach her.
Warning. Rent's statements are inconsistent with internal moral compass. Existential crisis imminent. Uh-oh. Quick, set Miranda straight. Or set Calculester crooked. And this time, I think I will set Calculester crooked. What's this, Calculester? Disagreeing with Miranda? Looks like it's disrespectful prison time for someone else too.
My knight in shiny armor.
Right, you are, Blue. Luckily, I always keep the second Iron Maiden on hand for emergencies.
An Iron Maiden is an ineffective form of punishment for me, as I am made of steel and do not require sleep or freedom. However, I understand that punishing me is important to you, so I will attempt to appear upset. Engage lamentation. Oh, no, please, I am punished.
That's more like it. Maybe you'll think twice before disagreeing with me in the future.
I think trillions of times per second, but for the sake of simplicity, yes, I agree to think at least twice. Calculester remains in the Iron Maiden for the rest of lunch. He doesn't seem to mind, and you get some alone time with Miranda. Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, now I think I can go for the boldness. That day you visit the bathrooms to take a number 2. We finally give some switch. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard. You gain +2 boldness and probably 1 staff and a slight scent of STD. You're washing your hands when you can't help but overhear Zoe, Miranda, and Polly chatting in one of the stalls.
Oh my god, yes. Derek the Wereslug is thick. I put him in one of my fanfics, and there was more than a little authorial insertion, if you know what I mean. Derek is, as you say, thick, but my more refined tastes predispose me towards Chelsea the dapper succubus.
Everybody wants to have Chelsea. She's a succubus. That's how it works. You wanna know who I like?
Who do you like, Polly? Yeah, who? Tell us.
You know that desk in Mr. Fishman's chemistry classroom? The one in the 3rd row, second from the left?
Probably. What about it?
I'm thirsty for that desk. Check it out next time you've got class in there. Tell me you wouldn't want to fling around in a room in a fit of ghostly rage.
Polly's got a point. That desk is pretty built. It does have certain refined quality, because the legs are made of metal and the metal is literally refined.
Ah yes, desk fuckers unite! Desk fuckers. But they're supposed to be you fuckers. You've got to concoct a scheme to get yourself to the top of their fuck it lists. That is not a good list. Okay, yep, moving on. Hire a hitman to kill every other crush they just mentioned, leaving yourself as the only viable alternative. Pit yourself against those other punks in an online poll. Prove your objective superiority. I don't know. Okay. No, I don't want to hire a hitman. Oh, not so charming. I would have... Probably the hitman would have been the right idea. Confident in your objective sexiness, you create a Twitter poll, pitting you against the lady's other crushes. Initial results are heartening. You're way ahead of Derek and Chelsea, but by the time the polls close, one name has risen above all others. That unbelievably sexy desk chair combo in Mr. Fishman's chemistry classroom, second from the left, third row. Furious and confused, you break into Mr. Fishman's room in the middle of the night, ready to dismantle the offending desk, and fall instantly in love. Crazy Martin the werebear janitor finds you dry humping the desk's cubby at 4 a.m. The pictures he posts on Instagram do not help your popularity. You lose -2 boldness and -1 charm. Well... crap. Okay, well, fortunately that was not the main route I was going for anyway. Okay, I want more charm. Miranda seems to be a charm based person, so an epic dodgeball match it is. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other team's leader and start negotiating for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist. You gain +10 righteousness, but this game is so wrong in so many ways that you would be lucky if you could do anything with that, and +2 charm. You're gazing dreamily at Miranda when a flash of otherworldly light blinds you. When your vision clears, you see the great rift has opened in time and space, and standing in the middle of it.
My love.
It is me, the prince of the other world, and I am here to fulfill an ancient prophecy.
How majestic.
A prophecy? How exciting and regal! What sort of prophecy is it?
It is a prophecy of love. Oh boy, here it comes. Legend, foretell a great beauty, with the hair of an angel and the scales of a fish. A beauty who I am destined to marry.
But that sounds like a perfect description of me. Could it be that I'm the great beauty described in the prophecy?
Well, yes, that was sort of what I was trying to imply. Now, come with me to my realm, where we may plan a magnificent wedding. You can't let him get away with this, but that prophecy is so hard to argue with. The only argument you can think of is hair of an angel. Clearly, Miranda has the hair of a goddess. What about these fish scales I glued to this handful of angel hair pasta? Hair of a goddess.
It's true. The very hair you now look upon was stolen and gifted from the scalp of Thetis, grafted from the scalp of Thetis herself. Daddy really does insist on the best hair for all his children, even if it angers the gods.
Oh, well, perhaps the prophecy was speaking metaphorically. And yet, technicalities are the very things these sorts of prophecies turn upon. Oh, alas. Would that I could find a princess with less perfect hair. The prince flees through this portal to go trolling for more princesses, as Miranda glows with pride. You gain +2 smart, +1 charm, and the phone number of her hairstylist. Lovely! Ooh, interdimensional prince. You're just trying to enjoy a meal in peace when space untwists itself to reveal the interdimensional prince.
Greetings, my love.
Most glorious hero, thank the squid star I found you. I have been confounded by the most fiendish riddle. A riddle that has vexed me for days, nay, weeks. The riddle of how to change the ringtone of my new smartphone. The interface is more torturous than my palace labyrinth. For real? You grab the prince's phone, change his ringtone to butts, all about those butts, by the Booty Bros. My hero, what seems difficult to me is trivial to you. And you even guessed which ringtone I desired. A true all-time classic from the 6th dimension. There's only one way I can repay you, by bestowing upon you a superpower of your choice. I can do that. I am the prince of another dimension. I can do all kinds of crazy things you don't know about. All kind of crazy things besides use his phone, apparently. And it really only gives you 2 superpower options. Telepathy, and ass that won't quit. Woo! Ah yes, the choice of a true gentle monster. With a wave of his magic wand, the prince imbues you with boundless work ethic. By day, your ass amazes your classmates and creepy teachers. By night, it does your homework for you. All that work makes your bond super tight. New game +4 charm. Ooh, okay, that's good. That's really good. Okay. One last encounter. Ooh, let's go for... I haven't been outside this day at all, so let's go for that half-an-hour crave and invite all the 300 people and the demons from the nightmare dimension. Consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's still a rad party and +2 fun. Thank you. You spot Miranda running up to Belinda very enthusiastically. You know for a fact you've accomplished jack shit while trying to find her some depth, so you're pretty sure this is about to be a train wreck. You inch closer, just in case.
Belle, look, I did it!
You did? What now?
I found my motivation and my inner self. Look!
Mary, this is just 2 halves of a wooden plank. You realize it means nothing, right?
But I faced the danger, and I found, like, my inner true self, you know, like what Dahlia said, and...
Okay, I see, look. Dahlia might be Mayhem Girl, and I have mad respect for that bitch, but she might not be the best one giving foolproof advice, sis.
Oh, right, so this doesn't count as self-growth.
Miranda is once again innocently holding up the 2 halves of the wooden plank. Belinda grabs them and throws them away.
No! My personality!
We need to do something about this. You might be clueless half of the time, but you're my sister and I love you to death.
Glory to the Merkingdom.
And we will help you to bring glory to the Merkingdom.
Huzzah! But how? Is there, I don't know, a self-growth surf? A surf growth?
Belinda slaps Miranda. Listen, bitch, for once, can you not run to the easy solution and surfs and shit? To become bloody majestic for real, you need to connect with yourself. Who are you? I'm really excited to know the real Miranda, you know? And apparently, trying to define you by what you love hasn't worked so far, since your major hobbies are being rich, entitled, and pretty. So maybe we should approach this differently. Let's go to the Vanderbilt way, with terror and spite. Let's find new things you might love by focusing on the things you hate.
I hate having to think hard about things.
Oh, this is going nowhere. But maybe with a gentle push, people that are not millionaires who would decide not to be rich and pretty like you. Such sketchy life choices can't mean anything good. The air people! I mean, she does hate the air people. She also hates the poor people. I'm gonna go with this.
You mean like
Commoners? Yuck!
I want all the peasants to disappear.
Fuck. Mary, it's a mystery to me how you haven't been guillotined yet by our people. Okay, listen. What if I told you that you could put time and effort into becoming a magic wizard with the power to make all poor people disappear.
Oh, how majestic.
That sounds wonderful! Our kingdom would smell so much better.
Sure. Then what if you start exploring becoming an economist?
Whatever makes our kingdom get rid of poor people.
Just remember, please, if by any chance you actually manage to solve poverty, please never really reveal your intentions publicly, okay? It will be our little secret.
Gotcha! This actually sounds enticing. So, now I have depth.
Don't know, sis, but at least you have some direction, and that's wonderful. Change doesn't need to happen overnight. You don't need to find your life's purpose tomorrow, but starting to explore options is a great start. And it makes me proud.
Huzzah!
Huzzah, indeed. They leave, chatting joyfully. For once, you don't chase Miranda to ask her on a date or anything. She seems to be having a good time with her sister, and sometimes it's good to put your thirst aside. You feel very good about yourself, so you still gain +3 smarts. Yay! And the Monster Prom draws near. Shall we get a new ending with Miranda? Yes, ask her to the prom.
Prom? I don't know. I need to focus on this economy thing. Belle was right. Being thrilled about something is actually delightful. I have this weird feeling like I want to know more about this, and that I want to learn about it by myself. No serves. It might be true that I lived a little bit too blindly in my comfort zone. I'm really grateful to Belle, and also to you for helping me.
Well, this is nice, but also a bit of a bummer. But before she can continue, a geyser explodes from the floor. Hey sis, I heard all that. You really liked my suggestion about the economy thing then, huh?
Indeed, I've even skipping prom, as it was another foolish excuse to keep myself from reflecting on my issues.
I'm proud of you, Miri. But also, no. It's great that you're trying to explore your truth whenever it leads you. But there's nothing wrong with also having some fun.
Really? Then in that case, I'd love to go.
You'd make a great ally.
Sure, take this piece of tuna to prom. But I'm not sure if she will be capable of taking in all the greatest of the Vanderbilt family on the dance floor.
I guess we will see.
They leave, having a pleasant conversation about regal dance moves and court intrigues. Prom night comes, and it's a night to remember. You and Miranda have the best time together. But that's just the start. You support Miranda all along the way on her adventure into self-growth. She makes choices and mistakes, and it's all wonderful. And it takes time for her to find her true calling, but it's fine. She even challenges herself in other ways, like reducing her use of serves by half, getting into origami as a hobby, and even learning how to eat by herself.
Miranda Vanderbilt.
Oh,
That's a really nice picture. Her family notices. The Vanderbilt crown might reign with an iron first, but they understand that the immense power they could hold comes with an equal, huge responsibility. Even if they are no strangers to terror, massacre, and intrigues, they still hold themselves to the standards of the Vanderbilt greatness, and Miranda finally understands. And you're also there because you love Miranda, and love is also about being there for your loved ones on their own personal journeys. Oh, that's so sweet! Most likely to be banned from Disney World for the worst reasons. Oh, we're filing complaints. Well, not enough silverware diversity in cafeteria. Alright! Got new events and new outcomes and a new secret ending. That's nice. I really liked that. That was so sweet. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd of our lives. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, the life happened, and it was wonderful. In the end, the Wolfpack understood that Scott could keep being a werewolf and still befriend other monsters. Just kidding! They remained douchebags till the end. But who cares about them? Miranda got a job being a princess of her kingdom, which was actually kind of her job already. Well, you don't see her complaining about it. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. And once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I really liked that storyline. It was really sweet. I mean, Miranda is not necessarily my favorite character of the main 8 love interests, but that was really sweet. And yeah, the whole finding yourself, finding your purpose, finding your passion, that all kind of resonates with me very much, so that's also kind of why I liked it. Anyway, I will leave this playthrough of Monster Prom here again. Thank you all so much for watching this. If you liked it, let me know. If you want more Monster Prom, do let me know that as well. I will probably be playing this more whether or not you want it, so... But yeah, it will always be nice to know if you like these episodes or not. As always, I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time.